I'm Alex Paul, 26 years old, Santa Rosa, born and raised. I grew up in a Jewish and Christian household, so we celebrated Jewish holidays, all of them Hanukkah, and we also did Christmas because my mom celebrated Christmas, and kind of grew up in this dual religious household, but it was never forced upon me. It was never like, hey, let's go to synagogue, or hey, let's go to church. Never went to church with my mom, never went to synagogue with my dad. And so growing up, having this idea of a higher power or Jesus Christ or any type of religion or God as kind of like this all being that would take care of me was never really like something that I put too much thought into. I kind of just skated by and did life. When I turned about 15 or 16 years old, I started dabbling and developed a drug problem by 20 years old. When you get sober, they kind of tell you that to remain sober, you need to find a higher power. You need to basically do all these steps. At the time, at 20 years old, didn't really say or think that Jesus Christ was going to be my Lord and Savior or that he was going to be my higher power. I kind of put it into whatever was that day. I kind of was like the day, the sun, that's my higher power. As long as I can get up and go to work and remain sober and do these principles and live with them in all my affairs, then I'll be okay. And so I remember my first service in New Vintage was probably around 4 or 5 years ago. And I had never been to church, never knew what it was like, didn't know what I was getting into. And I was like, okay, that was different. But the one thing that I cannot deny was I left feeling really good. I was like, whatever's going on here, I want more of it. This happiness and freedom I see in everybody's eyes that comes with, following Jesus Christ and him being your Lord and Savior. Stayed sober for almost 5 years. And then I was at wit's end mentally, and I was not relying on the things that kept me sober. I moved to Southern California thinking that it was going to be like a better option or a better choice. But really, what ended up happening was it kind of was this entire shelter from God, and I became this isolated person where drugs came back in the picture. So I woke up one day and I found myself praying. I was like praying for an answer, praying for something, anything to guide me to the next step. Like, what can I do to save myself? Because nothing was working. The idea was that you need to move back home. You know where the help is. You know where the love is. Throughout the church, if you look around in people's eyes and the light that are in people's eyes, the smile that are on their faces, and the sense of like overwhelming freedom they have, the only thing I can attribute it to is that they are a firm believer. They pledged, they have that declaration of Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. And if you're looking for a better way of life, if you're looking for a completely different way of life, then I would suggest looking into and following Jesus.